What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27.
Good tonight, right about the hood.
Oh, dear God, I'm already eating and drinking.
Look a damn mess, just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27, and I am back. I'm back here for another review. Yes, this is a review for Lovers and Friends. Y'all, this is season 2. I will be reviewing episode 2. It's Getting Mixy. Episode 3, The Hardest Decision. Episode 4, The One-on-Ones. And episode 5, A Twisted Love Triangle, which was the season finale. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm late. I've had a lot going on. But better late than never. We're here. We're going to finish out the season. I binge watched. We're going to do this. Let's get it done. So we did episode 1. We saw what friends, who we saw the bachelors were. We saw who some of the contestants were. We met the friends. Now we have the mix and mingle. Dennis and Lionel go to this mix and mingle. Short version, Dennis like everybody. Lionel don't like nobody. I ain't understanding it. Lionel really trying to stay single. I wrote down that he was going to be single by the end of this. Turns out I was right. But I wrote down that he was going to be single by the end of this because he don't like nobody. He finding faults with everything and everybody. That's Lionel. Dennis, on the other hand, like everything about everybody. And he's looking for, I felt like he's, running the local sex party down there to the Dallas, and he's looking for potential people to add to the regular crew. So he was looking for people to bring to the new bus down because he was looking for any and everybody to come to this good sex party. So he was looking for good qualities in everybody so they can all come join him for the bus down. I ain't mad at it. I'm good for a good sex party every now and again. I'm here for it. Anyway, Lionel's friends chose Mike. Lionel chose Kelvin. Dennis's friend chose D Black. Dennis chose Lonnie. That's how that went. We found out later on that at the end of the episode that one of the dudes that didn't get chosen, Trayvon, liked Coffee, who was Dennis's friend, and ended up asking him out on a date. I guess. See, episode 3 came the group dates. So each bachelor went on a tandem date with both of the guys that was chosen for them. Dennis took Lonnie and D rock climbing, and so D arrived late or whatnot. D had a nice ass and some nice legs. I wanted you to pay attention to that, Dennis, because you're real short. Like, Dennis looks to be about 4'8". Okay, he looks to be about 4'8". And when you that short, you need somebody with strong legs when y'all have sex, because at some point you're gonna want to have sex standing up, or you're gonna want to have sex, some type of way where you're standing. And so he gonna have to be bending down and thrusting. And he looked like he had good legs and a good ass for thrusting, whether he's giving or receiving, or whether you're giving or receiving. I'm just saying, because if you giving, he's gonna have to bend down. If you're receiving, he's gonna have to bend down too. You needed to look for things like that. Those are things you should have been paying attention to. I noticed you ain't pay attention to. You mentioned the fact that Lonnie was a whole ass Libra, and you don't get along with Libras, and Libras aren't good for you. But you seem to look past that. Make that shit make sense. Like you said, oh, I like Lonnie's teeth. I love his teeth. I love his teeth. And he got a whole set of braces, and he go down on you, and baby, he could give you a whole vasectomy when he go down on you if you don't know how to maneuver them braces right. Girl, I guess. Lionel went out on a group date. They met at, I don't know if it was at Lionel's house or at some random house or whatever, Airbnb, wherever it was. So they had this Chef Jarrett. Chef Jarrett made the two contestants cook for Lionel. They cooked some quiche. Kelvin's came out horrible. Mike's came out good. Now Mike came late, but Mike brought some roses, some red and white roses, beautiful roses. Mike was on some grown man ass shit. Okay. Kelvin was on some straight out the club punk type shit, where it was all of this jealousy, and it was a little too much estrogen flowing out of Kelvin for my taste. All of this, trying to, I ain't kept this whole vibe. Anyway, apparently Kelvin's quiche was so bad, Lionel had to spit it out. A mess, just a damn mess. Anyway, and Kelvin talked about Mike's medium shirt, and then I looked, and Kelvin's shirt was tighter than Mike's. Girl, make that shit make sense. Anyway, at the end of the dates, Dennis ended up choosing Lonnie for his private date, which I told y'all I don't understand. You said you don't mix well with Libras, but you chose the Libra. That's like me choosing a Pisces. Now, I know I don't mix well with Pisces. We might be friends. We might can even have a quick bust down. But what we're not going to do is date if you're a Pisces. I'm sorry for all of the Pisces out there that I am, saying no to. I'm sorry. I know I don't mix well with Pisces, so I'm not going to go down that road with myself. I ain't going to do it to myself or to that person. Anyway, Lionel chose Mike, um, which was for the best. Kelvin, I wrote down. I said Kelvin gives me fatal attraction. Jasmine Sullivan, I bust a window out your car, slash your tires, tease. Okay, like he gave me psychopath. I don't know. This and note to production, please move the cameras out of people's faces because it's a little too close, because I swear Kelvin looked like the side of the moon with all of those dark spots and craters, baby. That was a listen. Proactive Kelvin is a dermatologist's dream over there. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, on episode 4, Mike takes Lionel out on a one-on-one date to yoga class. Now they had the option to do naked yoga. I was here for that. I would have took the naked yoga option. Why? Because sometimes you have to release your inhibition. If I'm gonna be with you, if we gonna have to see each other naked anyway. We're gonna have to get comfortable with all of each other's little dimples and moles and little dark spots and birthmarks, all that. I gotta deal with the fact that I might be, hacking up fur balls from munching on Mike's hairy ass chest all the time. I gotta know these things ahead of time. So why not let it all hang balls to the wall? I gotta know what I'm dealing with. If a motherfucker got a larger than life penis, I gotta know that there's some accommodations that I need to make. These things you might want to know early on. I'm just saying. I would have been down for it. Other thing is too. Now I was with Mike with this. The yoga instructor was not giving them nothing too hard. Like there are some very difficult yoga poses. They weren't doing under the yoga one. But he looked like someone who had like polio as a child, or was born with some birth defect or some infirmity that he couldn't get rid of with his bones or muscles or something. Like the way he was moving, like I was like, girl, how you gonna get in bed with this man and get face down, ass up if you can't do some of these yoga poses? How you gonna have him, lift your legs up and dig your walls? You know what I'm saying? A man wanna be able to throw them legs in there and you can't even bend or be any way, shape, form, or fashion, limber or flexible. Girl, get your life in the world. That might be why you still single, girl. I'm just saying. Girl, you better get a few yoga classes in. I'm just saying. And then he ended up, when they were talking, I wrote down, why the fuck are you spending all of this time, effort, and energy talking about your ex when you trying to meet somebody new? I don't want to hear about your ex. You ain't with him no more. Mm-mm. And like Mike said, you got real talkative and real passionate about your ex, but you wasn't that passionate and talky to get to know Mike. Stupid. Anyway, Dennis and Lionel, they go out on a date axe throwing. Lionel won the axe throwing, and they had a bit where he was supposed to drink or take a shot off somebody's body part. I'm glad that ain't happened. I ain't want to see no parts of either one of their body parts. Anyway, Lonnie did the same thing that Lionel did, where Lonnie was talking about somebody else instead of focusing on the date. Lonnie over here talking about all the other guys that was supposed to be on the date that Dennis didn't choose. Girl, why? Girl, but that's young man stuff. That's young, stupid, dumb person that don't know better stuff. That ain't somebody who's seasoned and who's grown about their shit. You don't do that kind of stuff. Moving on to episode 5. Dennis invites his cousin Jasmine over to update her on the dates. I don't know where Coffee was. Maybe he was out on a date with Trayvon, the dude that asked him out on a date. I don't know. But he wasn't there. Anyway, Dennis tells Jasmine that he said, fuck the 2 people y'all tried to choose. I'm going and stealing the dude from Lionel, and I'm going to choose Kelvin. Hello, Dennis. Karma is knocking at your door. She's waiting for you at the door. Like this. Now we're starting to peel layers back. Now we're starting to see why you might be single, might have been single your whole life, and why maybe last season didn't work out. Because we're starting to see that Dennis ain't all Dennis is cracked up. Because this is kind of fun. You grimy. That's grimy. If you wanted Kelvin that bad, you should have made a fuss at the mix and mingle and said, "Nah, I want to choose Kelvin too." Well, I would have been here for you. But at this point, you just being grimy. But I guess you want to be with proactive Kelvin, and I guess y'all can have each other. Now, when he bust the windows out your car and slashed all your tires, girl, you gonna understand Karma was waiting for you. Anyway, Dennis takes Kelvin out on a date. I ain't really care. Neither one of them. I ain't like they whole vibe, their whole atmosphere. Y'all can have each other. Go ahead, let have. I ain't want no parts of it. Moving on. I saw my big sis Really Be on a commercial. Yay! Shout out to my big sis Really Be who had her commercial on there. Shout out to her. Love her. Anyway, Lionel meets up with his friends to debrief with them about his dates or whatever. And so he's talking all of this bad stuff about why he don't like Mike, because he say, "Oh, you ain't never watched Lifetime, and he's too good to be true." You don't even know him yet. Like, you haven't even gotten far along in the game to even make that determination. Whenever somebody meets up with somebody, you are going to put your best foot forward. You are going to, wear the nicest clothes. You are going to present yourself in the best light so as to let the person see, all of the good parts of you, so that overshadows some of you want your strengths to overshadow your weaknesses, so that the other person can say, yes, I will put up with your faults, flaws, and weaknesses, because your strengths overshadow and overpower those, and allow me to say, I can look past some of your faults and flaws, and we can help start to work that out. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even know that. Talking about, oh, he's just too good to be true. You don't even know that. You don't even know him, because you were too busy trying to get him to know who your ex was, then you get to know who he was. But I guess, girl, moving on. A mess. That was a damn. That's some little boy ass shit. That's not no grown man shit. Grown men don't be like, oh, that's too good to be true. No, you understand that that's not how this works. That you will eventually, as you get to peel back layers and get to know someone, you will get to see that everyone does have flaws, and it's not that they're gonna kill you, but you decided that you want to be with Slash your Tires boy. We'll get there in a second. Lon D. Oh, Lionel's friend did tell um um him that he saw Dennis and Kelvin out on a date. Put a pause in that. Lon D and Cece meet up with Dennis. Dennis tells them, all about how his dates went. I ain't care. Lon D and Cece did meet up with Lionel. Lionel tell them, oh yeah, Dennis did tell them that he did go on a date with Kelvin. He did tell them about the proactive date. Anyway, Dennis and Cece did meet up with Lionel. He tells them all about, how he don't like nobody. Girl, a mess. We then see where Dennis chooses who he's going to pick. So he chose Kelvin. And I told y'all Karma was waiting at the door. And he said that Kelvin went a week without talking to him because he was playing this little game where, oh, I ain't going to talk to you just to see if you're going to come after me. And that's one of the fatal problems of a show like this, or these types of shows. It's one-sided. It's all where this one person is expecting the other person to do all of these things and jump through all of these hoops to prove that they want to be with them, when that's not how love is built. Love is built with this mutual coming together and the mutual establishment of, I'm going to jump through hoops to try and get with you. I'm going to jump through hoops to try and get through to you, and we're going to make this unit together, not just, oh, you better chase after me, or you better do all this stuff to prove how much you love me. It's got to be, from both sides. So maybe that's something that we could do, or maybe that's something that we can, change for the future. Anyway, Mike ends up waiting for Lionel, because Lionel said that he was going to stop by his house and tell him about his announcement, what he was going to decide. Lionel never came. I think that was for the best. Mike, hey boo, my DMs are scrolling across on the screen now. You can hit me up in my Twitter DMs. You can hit me up in my IG DMs. I'm here. I'll even relocate. I can move out there today. You don't got to settle for fuck shit. Hello, you and I are of a certain age. Mike, we both grown on grown man shit. Let's do this thing. Hit me up. God, just saying. Settle for fuck shit when you can, Just saying. Anyway, that was a mess. But I think that was for the best. Check-in. They had some check-ins like a month after the show finished with the people. We find out, sure enough, Dennis ain't with nobody. That shit with Kelvin ain't work out because Karma was waiting for you. A mess. He claimed everybody on the show ain't shit. Everybody was there for the wrong reason. Somebody, the Lonnie dude was there just trying to get on chasing Dallas or whatever. It was just, he just went on spree bashing everybody on the show because he's upset. Yeah, I bet you it's because Karma was probably waiting for you at the door. A mess. Lonnie thinks everything is great because he's delusional. He's young and dumb and delusional and thinks that everything in the world is great. So that's where he is. Mike is still a little bit upset about getting stood up, but he understands, that it's probably for the best. I'm still here, Mike. I'm just saying, Mike. Kelvin seems to want everything on his own terms because he's a psychopath and a sociopath, and he might be sending me anthrax as we speak after watching this video. I don't know. Child, a mess. Lionel, and I think it was on purpose production. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all put production put Kelvin next to that young man's name instead of putting his name. Instead of putting his name Lionel, they put Kelvin. A mess. Y'all did that on purpose. Anyway, so we later find out that Kelvin kind of got jealous that Dennis tried to hooked up with Kelvin. Well, Lionel got mad that Dennis hooked up with Kelvin. So Lionel went and looked for Kelvin on Jack, found him on Jack. They met up, had a whole ass bust down and everything. Come to find out, he is, batshit crazy, and he is a sociopath and a psychopath, and that shit didn't work out. Some kind of drama about alleging that, oh yeah, Kelvin took my phone and texted Markel in production and told him that I said I didn't want to go on a date with Mike no more. Nobody believes you. You sit that text Lionel. Nobody believes you at all. Girl, boom. Anyway, that was the whole, and he ain't with nobody. So nobody ain't with nobody, and that was the end of the season. Girl, these girls, it was funny. It was fun. We also found out that allegedly the Coffee and Trayvon guy didn't work out either. I don't know. They might have still had a bust down. Who knows? Anyway, but that was the whole season, y'all. I'm sorry I'm late. Markel, I love you. Love you, Markel. I'm sorry I'm late, but I've had a lot going on the last couple weeks, so that's why I'm late on this. But better late than never. I got it done. I'm here for it. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.